Do you remember the first time you heard a recording of your own voice? Did you love it or did you cringe a little? Or maybe a lot? Most of us cringe, I think. I definitely did. When I started voiceover training many years ago in New York City, I absolutely hated the sound of my voice. But facing that discomfort changed me. Sitting in that room, hearing my voice played back, I learned to get comfortable hearing myself. And that's when something shifted. I began to step forward with more confidence. And that's what I want for everyone that I work with. Now, in a world flooded with hot takes and strong opinions and thought leaders, it's easy to feel drowned out. But I believe the world needs the voices of those who normally let others take center stage. It needs your voice in the conversation. So I want to take you back to that class in New York City. At the time, I was dating an actor who was doing well. He was on a police procedural TV show with a small role, and he was making six figures doing voiceovers. And in the role of best supporting boyfriend, he paid for me to study with his voiceover coach. Okay, so picture the room. It's a small black box studio, and at the front, there's a soundproof booth with a window facing out into the room, and that's the classroom. And our instructor is seated at the console, and one by one, we step into the booth, read a short commercial, just like an audition, and then we come back out and sit and listen back together in the room. Now, when it's my turn, I jump up from my seat and my inner monologue is screaming inside my head. Hurry, don't waste anyone's time. It's your turn. Hurry up. All right. So I go into the booth. I see the music stand there. I put my script down. I'm trying to breathe. I realize I can't. I glance at a little water bottle on the shelf. I ignore it. I hear, "Go, McGonagall," and I launch into the copy without breathing, racing for the finish line like there is a prize tonight for the fastest read. I reach the end, out of breath. I stop. I hustle back into the dark, and I collapse into my chair as the instructor hits playback, and there it is, my voice. And every cell in my body cringes. I hated that moment, but I sit in it and I survive it. And then the evening proceeds. I watch my classmates, and some of them enter the booth like they have all the time in the world. They place the script carefully. They adjust the stand to the perfect eye line. They find the water. They open it. They sip. They breathe. They practice the script. And then they look to the instructor and they give a calm, simple nod that they're ready. And I think, oh my God, you can do that? You can take your time? You can take up space? I did not know you could do it that way. That day, I learned confidence isn't about rushing so that you don't bother anyone. It's about pausing, breathing, and allowing yourself the space to deliver your best. I want to share with you one more story. So, fast forward a few years or a few decades, and I'm a new business consultant and a coach helping run a live event in Marina Del Rey for our clients, CEOs and their teams. And my boss is at the front asking questions, and the room is engaged and answering. Enter Lionel. He works at a hot company helping people rethink vegan eating. He's this gentle blend of hippie and businessman. He has long blonde hair tied back in a ponytail, a button-down shirt, corduroys, comfy shoes, think Birkenstocks. He's soft-spoken, he's kind. And I noticed something. When Lionel answers, he doesn't rush. He raises his hand with quiet confidence. He stands and he repeats the question he heard clearly. Then he breathes, he pauses, long enough for the room to feel the silence. And you can literally see him thinking. He's organizing his response, choosing his words with care. And here's what I saw happen. The room's leaning in. People are still. They are just waiting. And it is worth the time. That's what Lionel taught me, because he took the time, and then when he responded with such care, we all knew that we wanted to listen because of the effort he was putting in. So people respect you when you take the time you need. Show up with humble authority. Listen, breathe, choose your words, then speak with intention. You don't have to be the loudest voice. Be the clearest voice. So from New York City to Marina Del Rey and beyond, the through line for me has been this: breathe. Take the time you need. Own the space your message requires. Over the years, I've built confidence teaching and coaching online. Hours on Zoom will do that. And yet in person, I can still feel that old rush, that urge to hurry up. And so even today, I have to practice what I'm teaching you and sharing here in this story. So I'm sharing this story to hopefully help anyone who might need this message today, as well as remind myself, take up space. Thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful. I'm cheering you on.